Welcome, folks, to Trade Picks. Wednesday, December 3rd. This is a recap. We're up $39, and we did not trade on December 2nd. It was a Tuesday. We were playing World of Warcraft. We were looking for some relaxing time, so we turned to games after all those losses, and we began a recovery on Wednesday. So if you plan on trading, make sure you get financial advice that is professional before making any investment decisions. Be aware any money you put into the market, you're likely to lose. And it can take traders years to become financially stable enough to be consistent winners at day trading. So our day started out, we were down $4, but we wound up the day $39 to the upside. And here's our efficiency. We had one trade that made us $58. We lost 18 on another, and we're down 406 for the month. VRAX and H2, only two trades. Both were in pre-market. And HTOO was the first one. We lost $19, and then we waited for our position and made it back all on VRAX. So the videos. Today's video is sped up 200%. I did not separate the trades. I just decided to do one contiguous. And you can see there it's 4:48 a.m. Pacific, and we're watching HTOO hitting the scanners. In the watch list, we're really not seeing anything else moving. CMCT had news, but it seems pretty stagnant. And I like the pattern here. I did not like that dump off of the 507 high. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe. We can really use the likes. There was a big doji there to the downside from 507. But otherwise, it looked like it was trending up until we got the trend reversal. But we decided to stick with it because we thought there was an opportunity. And given all the losses that we had, well, we're looking for a little winner. We only went in with 20 shares. We were mildly optimistic about the stock. We did set a sell limit there, and it barely at 480, and it didn't hit it. And I think it went to 478 and said, no, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. And it started coming back down again. So the 10-second 133 tick mark chart down on the right there had me positive. So did the 5-minute chart that perhaps this had legs to go higher. And that's why I was staying in it. And right off the bat, when we started, I was looking at IMRN also, but I think that died. It went absolutely nowhere. So based on all the lessons we learned from the prior week is do not trade outside your schedule. Do not trade outside your strategy. If the market is not conducive, do not trade. If you wake up and you feel groggy, if you don't feel in the right frame of mind, skip a day. There's nothing wrong with skipping a day. You don't have to be at the market every single day. Stocks will come and stocks will go. They'll go up, they'll go down without you. The market will always be there. If you feel you have to be there and you have to be in a trade all of the time, then you become addicted to the adrenaline rush, and that's a bad thing. Then you might as well just trade on the simulator. Don't waste your real money. Pay the $50 or whatever monthly fee it is to your broker and only trade on the simulator and get the rush out of there. Imagine that it's real money, even though it's only fake, but it can give you the rush of trading. And what that'll do for you long term, it'll let you begin to learn how to trade. Anyone can show you a chart. I can show you, hey, look at my calendar. I'm all green for November. I got one red day. And then all of a sudden, everything comes crumbling down. That happens to everybody. And more often than not, the commonality is that you have losing weeks like I did last week. So don't put yourself at risk. If you don't have money to lose, especially in a small account, there's no point in risking it. You have to be more extra patient. And given the conditions of the market, we have to be very patient. Now here on December 1st, on Monday, I was looking forward to a great market, and hey, everybody's talking about a December rally. Maybe things will be good. And what do? I lose $330. So don't listen to outside noises. Make your due diligence and do your research. Just like I do, I have a watch list there of the market. So I can see the SPY, I can see NVIDIA, Oklo, Apple, the Qs, and the XRP, so that I can get a feel for what people are doing. And as you can see right now, they're all red except the UVXY. And that is even going red. So if that's the case, that tells you something about the market. The other thing is go in and look at stocks. Just watch. Watch for 20, 30 minutes, and you will see the stocks. Put them on your watch list. If whatever scanners you utilize, go ahead and put them on your watch list and just watch them. And you see they'll go up and they'll go down. And you'll see some go up very minute. Others will shoot up and then quickly come back down. Let that sink in. And that's how you gain discipline. Wait for your stock. The stock that will be moving, the stock that will have momentum will come. All you have to do is wait, and you'll know it once you see it. And that's something that only comes with you trading. No one can show you that. No one can tell you that. You can't watch me and copy what I do and hope to make money. You can't let me or anyone tell you, you know what? HTOO has news. It's great to get in right off the bat. As soon as the news hits, jump in and you'll be okay. No, it ain't going to happen. The only way it can happen for news is if we got a very hot market. When you have hot markets, you have 3 or 4 stocks who have news, and 1 or 2 of them will pick up, and whichever one you choose will go up and you'll make money. But that doesn't happen in this market, not with the uncertainty that exists right now. As I mentioned in other videos, traders are looking for those moves to the upside, but there's too much uncertainty around the loss of jobs, the Fed cuts, the tariffs. There's nothing certain. That golden age that was promised, it ain't happening. And if it happens, it might be next year, because it ain't happening now. Things are looking worse for the economy. Prices are really high. So remember, while the stock market isn't affected as much it doesn't drive the economy, and it is not the economy. All those companies that are listed in the stock market are companies that sell products to consumers. If consumers don't buy them, those companies ain't going to be making money. They ain't going to be making news. They ain't going to be giving us anything to glean over and bet on so that we can make lots of money. So we finally switch, I think, over to VRAX, and this is a penny stock. We're watching it. We're still in HTOO. And that's one of the reasons I left them, because I was switching back and forth, and I was hoping that it would pick up. It's now 5:03 a.m. Pacific, so we've been in this trade, about 15 minutes? $1 a minute. The cost of doing business, right? We looked at IMRN, and we removed it. And we put VRAX on our watch list, on our PNL possible. It also came out with some news. And this was kind of a continuation, because I think I'm not sure if it was the first time it showed up on the market. I'm doing this as a recap a few days later, so forgive me if I lose it. But it wasn't ready. And I didn't draw as many lines on Tuesday. On Wednesday, sorry. So I'm switching back and forth, and I'm finally going to give up on this one and say, you know what? This just ain't going to go anywhere. And my problem was I took a high trade. So we go back to VRAX. IXHL was another one making a little noise, also another penny stock. But this one I did not like at all because of the volume on the MACD. Volume looked like it was dipping, circling all the way down. There were also a couple of stocks that I tried during this week, and Schwab didn't trade them. So that saved me. But anyway, so make sure that you're up and ready for the market, that your sentiment is ready, that your frame of mind is ready, willing and able to be looking at your technicals and decide how to get into trades on your technicals, not on FOMO, not on the breakout, especially to the upside, because what will happen is the stock will come down and drag you down with it. And you notice here I'm switching back and forth, and I've got a feeling about VRAX, and but I'm waiting for it. And like I said, I didn't take it down at 50 cents because I didn't think the confidence was there. But here I thought maybe, and I took 1,000 shares because right here on this bar it showed that it had the momentum going up. And I thought, 60 cents is possible. Put my sell limit in because I think I'm going to get there. Thank you for watching. If you watch to the end, you'll see just a couple of seconds later here. Like and subscribe. There we go.